So welcome everyone to season 2, episode 4 of the Pixel Pals podcast with me, the Yorkshire Gamer, and
the Big 81. Hi everybody.
Yeah, it's episode 4 already.
I know, it's coming in quick. Almost at the halfway point potentially.
Yeah, nearly there, getting there. So once again, we do have a fantastic guest on, and this one, you should know him, just because he's got his own podcast. And not only that, he's actually done 75 episodes to date. So please give a warm welcome to Coach Marv.
Hello. How are we? You've said fantastic in a scary way. Mediocre at best, but I'm here. So.
No, the podcast's brilliant, man. As I say, when I was on your podcast, I was telling everyone this, how many people you've now opened eyes to, because again, it's just the luck of the draw of what you see on the FYP. I've almost caught up. I've got 2 more episodes, and then that is me bang up to order. So I am loving it, man.
Nice class. Like it's funny because I'm at, let's say, 75, and so there's guys that are coming back. We're going to do roundtables and multiple guests at a certain time, and there's just return guests generally. There's also scope now to get, hate the phrase, bigger creators and bigger devs and actors and stuff. So it's been nice to pull those in, and as long as people are listening, I'll keep doing it because I really super enjoy it. So it's been really fun.
Yeah, I think like the feedback from other creators as well, just saying, have you listened to Coach Marv's podcast? And it's nothing but good, good feedback. So you're obviously doing something right. So yeah, keep at it, mate. Don't stop.
Well, this is it. One thing I'll say on that is I'm going to do it regardless, frankly, because I love it. It's our conversation. So if one person listens, then great. But it's like, if something is terrible, I say it to everybody, please tell me, because I want to change it.
No, you're definitely doing something right. Does it feel weird, you being the guest on a podcast?
Oh, no doubt about it. I had so I was lucky enough to go on to another one, which I can shout out later if you want to. But it's odd being this end because there's pressure now. I'm sweating. It's horrible.
The tables have turned.
I know. I was just thinking that because it was when I knew the part in Marv's podcast where it was coming up to coaches' questions, and I was sitting there and I was dreading it because I was like, he is going to ask me something that I have no clue about. And that was the bit I was most nervous of, because I think I obviously spoke to you a little bit before we hit the record button, and that put me at ease quite a bit. But yeah, that was the one bit that I was like, oh no. So hopefully I might get a revenge on you. We'll see.
No, I am scared a little bit because I'm a gamer first, right? But at the same time, I'm not the most clever guy, so I'm going to probably fall under pressure. But we'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll smash it, mate. And what got you into doing the podcast? Obviously, you pose lots of questions on your videos, and obviously you get a lot of different answers and that. So, what made you think, you know what, I'm going to do a podcast?
It's funny because when I first started on TikTok, 2 years ago now, I said I want to do question videos. So I like discussion, I like chatter, I like people giving me their opinions and everything. And I thought, well, if I can do one every other day or one a day, I'd love it. But then at one point, there does come a stage, where there's only a certain amount you can really ask before you get a bit bored yourself.
Yeah.
So I need extra hooks. So I was like, well, okay, I'll start doing little gameplay clips or just little bits here and there. But then a podcast just seemed the next progression because it can be like this. It can be a full one-on-one, one-on-two conversation, and they can really deep dive into people's personalities and just exploring who gamers are. And I've always enjoyed chat, so it just made sense. And then from there, it just spiraled into who can I get, where can I get them, and we crack on. So it's been good.
Did anyone in regards to your podcast who potentially you were maybe most nervous about? Because I know it's hard, because I had spoke to you a couple of times over messages, but it's so different speaking face to face to someone. Was there anybody in particular you were maybe a bit nervous about, or thought, how am I going to keep the conversation going, or anything like that?
Do you know what? It's funny because it's a bit of a cop out. No, the one that comes to mind is Josh, because Josh was the first. Josh Brown was the first, dare I say, journalists, like proper, what I'd say mainstream journalists that I've followed for like 10 years. And so it was kind of, he's on a lunch break, he's got a definitive hour, we've got to keep it to, that sort of thing. And it was the first time where I was like, if this goes badly and he gives an impression to the guys he works with, I might never get a next one from them. So, and I've obviously just felt I looked up to the guy. He's a big sort of content hero of mine, essentially. And so that would be the one. But otherwise, it sounds a bit corny, but I don't really get nervous, to be honest. I think it's partly the screen, maybe. Maybe if I did panels or one-to-ones in interviews in person, it'd be slightly different. But no, it's actually not been too bad.
That's good then.
Yeah, that's good. Because you can sort of tell that with the podcast that it does flow really well, and it doesn't feel like you ever get stuck. And if you do sometimes feel that maybe the conversation's going a certain way, you can always sort of pull it back as well. But yeah, I just sort of wondered, because it doesn't come across at all in the podcast that you've ever really been nervous. You seem like the type of person you could just talk to really anybody. So yeah, it definitely comes across in the podcast.
Not in pubs though, not in public. I've said it before. If one to one is fine, 1 to 3 is probably fine. But anywhere in public with more than 4 people, I'm super shy, super reserved. I don't like it. I just can't do it. But this just seems like it's an interview, isn't it, I suppose? But it just seems like it's a bit more formal and relaxed still. But just a bit easier. Yeah.
And do you have a dream guest? If you could have anybody come onto the podcast?
Oh my God, where do you start with that? So there's Kid Icarus and there's Rosie Craddock, the two of those, the siblings. I think they'd just be fantastic. You've got anyone related to the Doom franchise in any fashion, shape, or form. Simon Miller, we know. If you don't know who he is, please check him out. And then it's just a case of getting whoever it is that wants to be on. It sounds corny, but you've got your Neil Newbons and your Devras from Baldur's Gate, Xavier Woods, who Retro might know from wrestling. Anyone like that that's yes, they're sort of high profile, but they're really personable. And so, and then the one thing I will say is I don't mind if someone comes on that either I don't necessarily agree with, or even if the person doesn't even like me. I'm there for good conversation. If there's a debate we can have, great. I'm not going to have a go at anybody, or they can have a go at me if I want to, but it's more just a chat, a debate, a discussion. So it can be someone that can be, dare I say, controversial even,
Yeah. Cool. And after the podcast, I say after, but even during, what's the next step for you, do you think?
I've been thinking about this because obviously now we're at 75, which in itself is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So there's milestones, right? There's 100. Now, how much do I change it? So I want to get more roundtables, I want to get more bigger groups. I've got this idea from Retro Game at Age. I've got to shout him out. And I might ask you guys afterwards, just to put it out there. But he said something really cool for the milestone 100, which I think I might try and do, because it's sort of near a Christmas time that it works out really well for. But otherwise, it's maybe hosting panels or doing press junkets, being involved in events. That would really be my goal, I think. I've not got a goal for monetization or anything yet, although I'd love to obviously get sponsored, please do. But it's just raising the bar in terms of, can I be part of, games events or games cons or Timeless, for example, it was last week, stuff like that. Yeah.
How are you finding the schedule, trying to keep to a schedule with it and getting the episodes coming out, and obviously trying to book guests, and obviously working full time and doing your own content on TikTok as well? How are you finding juggling all that?
It's not been too bad. Obviously, we've just had some which have been a bit easier. I'm lucky in the sense of I get most mornings, there's a period of time I can do it, and then obviously around that I can be fairly accommodating. So if guys can do mornings, or especially American guests, if they can be in the evenings for them, then it really works out for me. So I've not really had too much of an issue. I never said that I'd do a certain schedule either. I know I'm doing it once a week or sometimes twice a week at the moment. But even if there was a dry up of guests, I could wait a couple of weeks and have some in the bank, or I'm giving myself that leeway of not putting the pressure on for that, because it is tricky now. It's tough to get guests, as you probably are finding out now. But yes, it's not been too bad. But it's just obviously you've got to try and keep on it, keep emailing, keep messaging, because you won't come up otherwise.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and like the schedule thing, do you have a set date that you like to post your podcast, or is it just when you've done it, you'll just get it out next day? Or
Well, originally it was every day, if you remember, back in the beginning.
Yeah.
In the weekdays. So now it's mostly Mondays. If I can do Mondays, I look it up on Mondays. And I'm lucky that I've got some, again, banked up that I can do that. I did 2, what are we on now, last week, because that was the What Culture Week I did, which was with Simon with Scott. But yeah, mostly now it'll be Mondays. But like, again, I say, if something comes up where it's like I want to get out quicker, or for whatever reason, I will just do that. I'm not set to a certain day, but Monday is probably the day at the moment.
And obviously, for people listening, you should know already, but Marv's podcast is called Champion the Gamer. And where is it? It's everywhere, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So we're on Amazon, Apple, Spotify, and YouTube now. And I'm slowly getting there on YouTube. I'm getting everything uploaded soon. we've got a lot on there now at the moment. Everyone can go and check out, but they are gradually getting uploaded, so they will be all on there.
Sweet. And obviously, you, as a job, you do work full time as well. So you're a coach, hence Coach Marv. So how do you find being a coach? Is that something that you aspired to be when you were younger, or is it just something that you fell into, or how did that come about?
All the above. I've been no good at anything else. So I've always been good with kids and with athletes, and I've always been a sports person. I've never been an office person or like a business person. It's been my passion. So I just made, it was the easy thing. I did coaching at uni, and then we just sort of followed through from there. And then obviously naturally now I'm a basketball coach full time. It just was a natural progression for me, really. And I've always enjoyed helping people and chatting and learning about people. So this was just an easy route, really. I love what I do. It's just tricky when all the jobs that you get are going to be working evenings and weekends.
You've been able to do a bit of travelling with that as well, haven't you? Was it Croatia you were at a few months back, was it?
Yeah, so 2020. So in 2021, I got invited to be part of the GB Masters, which is the 35s and overs, basically. There's the age groups every 5 years, so 35, 40s, 45, 50. And so they travelled to Spain in 2022. And that's a man, they got a bronze medal out there. And that was our first tournament, so that was quite good. And then this past year, 2 months ago, I went to Croatia for the Masters out there. The fantastic thing about it is it's guys that have played before at decent level, but are just getting back into it because they can. And so there's just a love for it. And it's a bit of banter and a bit of laugh, but the standard's still really high. We're looking at going to Greece next year for the Worlds, which is like 15 cities or like towns, 20 odd gyms and 500 teams, which is insanity. In June and July, so roasting hot. But yeah, I love doing that. Yeah, I was down in the south a couple of weeks ago doing training. We sort of train across the country, so yeah, I love it.
Did you play a lot of basketball when you were younger then, or like through school, or even before, like maybe high school and stuff? Was it always something you really enjoyed?
Well, the small flex for me is that I've always played everything. The only 2 sports I've really backed away from is rugby and golf. So like I captained my football team, cricket team, basketball team. I played tennis, played badminton. I had a table tennis at home, darts at home. I love it. And obviously, as I got older, to probably about uni time, I really fixated on basketball. I've never been the greatest player. I can play to a certain standard. I'm decent, but it was never my passion. I gave up playing for 4 years to coach a ladies team down here, just because I fancy coaching, and I thought I've got something to give, so I'll do that. It's like I was saying to my other half, like if I was fitter now, I didn't coach as much, I wouldn't miss playing. It's a weird thing. I don't miss playing. I'd miss the banter in the locker room and being around it, but I wouldn't miss playing, which makes me odd. But yeah.
Would you say basketball is your favourite sport then, out of all of them, or do you secretly like another sport more than basketball?
It is when Newcastle are losing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've Boston Celtics fan through and through. I've been there through the tears and the wins, and cricket's one of my big things and whatever. But if Newcastle can win the Prem,
yeah,
basically, I've had too many tears with that. Too many tears. Too many friends giving me jip. So it's something there, yeah.
Nice one, yeah. Well, as always, we do like to do a quiz or two on the podcast. So this one is going to be you versus Dylan, and it's a very easy one. You don't need any knowledge. Basically, it's a game called "Which Game is Older?" And I'm going to give you 2 games, and you've got to tell me whether or not you think. Well, you've got to tell me which game you think is older than the other. Annoyingly, I don't have a pen, so I can't keep score. So we'll have to do it together. Oh, Marv,
I came prepared.
I know, yeah.
I
usually have a pen on my desk, and it's gone walkers. Right then, and just to mention as well, some of these games were released in the same year, so it could be a matter of months difference, just to make it a bit trickier. Some are obviously easy, but some are really hard. Okay. Are you ready?
I think so.
Let's go then. So the first one is, which is older? The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time or Metal Gear Solid?
Are we writing these down or am I shouting them out?
Yeah, let's write them down. Have you got pen and paper as well, Dylan? Or
Grab one, yeah.
okay.
I can. Got one now.
Oh,
okay.
What were the 2 games? Sorry.
So it's The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time or Metal Gear Solid.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to you first, Marv. Then, what did you write down?
I wrote down Ocarina of Time.
Dylan?
Oh, I wrote down Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, one of you is definitely right then. Okay, so the older game is Metal Gear Solid.
Oh.
So they were both released in 1998, but Ocarina of Time was released later in the year. Right, then let's go to question 2 then. So the which one is older? Halo Combat Evolved or Grand Theft Auto 3?
Okay.
Yep. So I'll go to you first, Dylan. What did you write down?
Because the game was so specific that you picked, I've said Halo.
Yeah, I've gone Halo. You can't see it. I've gone Halo as well.
Cool. Okay. And the answer is Halo. Yeah. So they were, again, both released in 2001, but GTA 3 came a little bit later. Question
I remember
3.
that. Wasn't 3 released in like November or something like that?
I think so, yeah. I think you mentioned it on a previous podcast, Dylan, about GTA 3 maybe.
Yeah. Because it was my pal Merton, he had got a PS2 and that was the only game he had. And I went up to his house to play it. I don't think it was maybe on your podcast actually, Marv, or maybe a previous one.
Maybe it was.
And because it was basically the one game that made me want to sell everything I had to get a PS2 because it was just the one game that blew my mind first time playing it. I absolutely loved it, man. So good.
Right then, question 3. Which is older, Minecraft or Fortnite?
Do you know what it is? Regardless of the answer, it's crazy how old Fortnite actually is.
Yeah.
That's what's throwing me off a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're good?
Good, yeah.
Right, Marv, we'll go to you first.
I've gone Minecraft.
I've gone Fortnite.
No. Oh, no.
So the older game is Minecraft.
Oh, well done.
Do you want to hazard a guess when Minecraft was first released? What year?
I feel like it was, because Minecraft's old, right? I feel like it was like early 2000s, something like that.
So it was 2009.
Wow.
So it's like 16 years old. And Fortnite was released in 2017. So that's 8 years old, which is crazy to think, isn't it? Cool. So you're neck and neck now. Question 4. Which is older, Street Fighter 2 or Mortal Kombat?
As a guess, I went Street Fighter 2. Surely because I'm sure I played that before I played Mortal Kombat. I'm positive I did. Not to say it didn't come out before, but that's just my mindset of thinking.
Because I feel like Street Fighter 2 is older than, so I think it's like 89, 88, 89, and then Combat is like late 89, 90.
So
Remember there was a whole Mortal Monday and everything that came out, when it launched and stuff, and I'm like, that definitely seems later than what it did with Street Fighter 2. Has to be.
So yeah, Street Fighter 2 is the older game, which was released in 1991.
Oh.
And Mortal Kombat was released in 1992.
Ah.
Right then, question 5. Which is older, Half-Life or Deus Ex?
Oh, God, man. That like late 90s poll.
Right, we've got an answer, yeah?
Yep.
Marv, yeah? Do you want to go first?
I thought Half-Life was like 99, 2000 for the PC, so I put Deus Ex.
Yeah, I put Half-Life.
I like this.
Yes,
We're getting
I
mixed
remember playing
answers.
that.
So the older game is Half-Life, which was
Oh.
released in 1998. And Deus Ex was released in 2000.
Was that Deus Ex? Was that released before it? Was it on the 360 it was on?
It was,
I
yeah, I think it was
played
PS2 and 360, I think.
Yeah, I think it was a 360 one that I played. I didn't know if there was one came out before, like on PC or something.
No, I couldn't tell you.
No, I don't know.
Right, question 6. Which is older, Pokemon Red and Blue or Super Smash Bros. On the N64? Yep,
Yeah.
ready? So we'll go to you, Dylan.
I don't have a clue, so I've just wrote down Pokemon. Went Pokemon.
Red and Blue.
Red and Blue. Yeah, you're both right. So Pokemon Red and Blue was released in 1996 in Japan and 1998 in the US. And Super Smash Bros. Was released in 1999. There we have it. Right, we've got... How many more we got? 4 more. So this is number 7. Which is older, The Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim, or Dark Souls?
Not got a Scooby.
Nah, me neither.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got an answer. So we'll go to you, Marv.
Elder Scrolls.
Ooh, I've said Dark Souls.
Oh. So the correct answer is Dark Souls, but they were released in the same year. So Skyrim came a tad later. Question 8, which is older, Overwatch or Apex Legends?
I always wanted to play that Apex Legends, but I think now it's been out so long that there would just be no point in playing it because you would just get like absolutely annihilated.
Yeah. It's like that with most games, to be honest, like online games for me. I don't really play online anymore. Not like I used to back in the day.
No.
Right, Dylan, we'll go to you first.
I went Overwatch, but I don't have a clue.
Overwatch.
Yeah, you're both correct. Overwatch. So that came out in 2016, and Apex Legends came out in 2019. Cool. And question 9, which is older, Resident Evil 4 or Gears of War? Got an answer? Yeah. Cool. So we'll go to you, Marv.
On Resi 4.
Got the same.
Resi 4. Correct, yep. So that was released in 2005, and Gears of War was released in 2006.
Is that old? Wow.
I know. When I saw that, I was like, nah, surely not. I thought it was like in the 2010s, if you know what I mean.
Although I was playing that way too much in college. So 2007, 8 probably. Yeah.
And they just released a new Gears of War.
Yeah, or they're about to, aren't they? Or they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How good was the first one, though? The first one, the first time playing it was just absolutely awesome, man.
And it holds up so well as well.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Right. Can you tell me what your scores are currently?
I've got 8. I've got one that I got wrong was the Fortnite one.
Well, what's 6? So
Okay. Yeah. So question 10. Let's say it's worth 3 points. Question 10. Which is older? The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt or Bloodborne?
So I know when The Witcher came out. So I'm just trying to think of when Bloodborne would have come out. But, yeah.
Right. This could make or break. So we'll go to Dylan.
I don't have a clue again, but I've got Bloodborne. I don't have a clue.
So Witcher was 2015?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone Bloodborne.
So what if I told you that Bloodborne came out in 2015 as well? Bloodborne is the older one. Sorry, yeah. Well done. Unfortunately, Dylan pipped you to the post there, but yeah, I think it's crazy, like how old these games are. Because like when we obviously played them back in day, I don't know. It seems that time has flown by.
Well, it's like the Resi one, Resi 4. Because when he said Resi 4, I was like, that's got to be mid 2000s. Because the first one was 96, 97, where it was. So by that point, it was like on the fourth one, so to speak. So it is kind of scary.
Yeah, it's 20 years.
Especially because there's still people playing them now as well. I think that's, in a way, that makes it seem like it's not that long ago, because you still see people maybe streaming it or video footage of it on like TikTok videos and stuff.
But I know because one of you was saying this before, like the way the games hold up, like Resi, for example, like people are playing them now for the first time and they're playing the old Resi 4, Resi 5, Resi 6, because they still hold up where you can play them.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, that was which game is older. Cool. Yeah. Have you got something for us, Dylan?
Well, I've got something for Marv. I've got a little quiz here. But you've sort of ruined my intro to it, because I was going to joke how I knew you were a massive Sunderland fan, so I've made a Sunderland quiz. But because you mentioned Newcastle earlier, I was like, shit, he's ruined that joke. So it's actually a Newcastle quiz.
Oh dear. Okay.
So I've got 10 questions here. Again, there's a mixture of everything, but some are easy, some are maybe a little bit tricky. So let's see how you get on, because I knew you were a massive Newcastle fan. So first one, so there's 10 questions, sorry, I should have said. Mike, you can feel free to play along, but I think, I don't know how you want to do against it here.
I might go for a walk. I don't know if it's like late 90s, early 2000s. I might have some idea, but basically anything after 2000, I just didn't follow football after that. But because that's when Sheffield Wednesday got relegated from Premiership. So
plastic fans not following the downbeat.
That's me.
Well, I'll read out the questions. If you do want to jump in, Mike, you can feel free. So question 1 is, what is the nickname of Newcastle United?
The Magpies.
That's it.
Good one. A nice easy one there, just to find your feet.
So is Mike the phone a friend?
Yeah, I can Google. I mean, I won't Google things now. But yeah, if you want to call a friend,
I'll phone Marv.
I'll still give it wrong answer unless it's Alan Shearer. Then we'll be all right.
Well, there's maybe a couple of questions on him, so you've just dropped yourself in there, Mike. So, next question 2 then is, what year was Newcastle founded?
Oh, I get it 10 years off all the time, because so it's 18. Is it 97?
Almost. It was 1892.
Yeah, I always get it wrong either way. I know it's in there somewhere.
Not far off at all, though. Not far off at all. So your next question here is, potentially Mike will know this one. Newcastle's leading scorer. I'll give this one to you, Mike. You might can know this one.
Is it Alan Shearer?
It is indeed, yeah. Well
Oh,
done.
sweet.
See, you got one there. So it is indeed. The next question, so I'll bounce back to yourself, Marv, is can you tell me how many goals he scored for Newcastle?
201.
Very close. 206.
Oh,
It
five
was.
up again.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, that's horrendous.
I was
Yeah.
close again, no, a little bit out. Next one, again, it's around Alan Shearer, is can you tell me what his transfer fee to Newcastle was?
15 mil.
It was, yeah.
Wow.
I remember how huge that was back in the day as well.
Yeah, that's back
For
in the
that
day
amount.
money as well.
'Cause
Isn't it?
I remember we were linked with, so the year before that, we were linked with Clivert. You know, we got Clivert later. We were linked with Clivert and Anelka. Obviously, then Anelka went up to Arsenal.
Mhm.
And we were going to spend like 10 mil on Anelka or something random because it was like a prodigy. So I never forget that fee.
It's mad though, when you start looking at some of the fees. I mean, I know from playing like some of the old Championship Manager games and things like that, and you see the fees coming up, and like nowadays that's just peanut money for a player, but in those days it's like huge amounts of money. And that technically wasn't that long ago either, really, when you think about it.
What year was that?
It was like, 12 years after that they're spending 30 million on Robinho and Adebayor and all them. Like, it's stupid money, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mad, like absolutely mad. So that's how many is that? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. So 3 out of 5 so far. So good going. Question number 6 is who wore the number 9 shirt before Shearer?
Oh shit. God.
This is actually quite a tough one.
Oh,
but
Andy Cole. Sorry.
It's not Andy
You know Andy
Cole.
Cole?
No. Close. It was. You want another guess? I'll give you another guess. Big powerful striker. Big powerful striker.
This is poor because I was so set on Andy Cole just then my brain's gone blank.
You'll kick yourself probably when you hear it too, but
Yeah, tell me because I'll be sat for hours.
okay, it was Les Ferdinand. Seemingly wore the number 9. That's what it said. It's according to ChatGPT and Google when I checked it. So if that is incorrect, you can let me know. It might you want to maybe just double check that. For the look on Marv's face here, I think
did he?
Something's maybe lying to me.
Sorry, I completely missed the question because I was trying to find out what the rate was in 1996 compared to today's money, just so I could work out how much 15 mil would be.
Well, the question it was telling me was correct was who wore the number 9 shirt before Alan Shearer?
I'll find out.
Two sources told me it was Les Ferdinand. However, from the look on Marv's face, I'm thinking it's maybe not right. So I'll go to VAR for this one, I think.
I'll accept it, but I just like I can't picture that.
Who did you say, Marv?
I said Andy Cole.
Andy Cole. So it says before Alan Shearer and the modern Premier League squad number era, Newcastle's number 9 shirt was worn by legendary figures including Jackie Milburn, Hughie Gallagher, and Malcolm MacDonald. Other notable players who wore the iconic shirt for the Magpies before the current era include Mickey Quinn and David Kelly. I don't know if it's going to tell me let me rephrase it. Who wore the number 9 shirt directly before Shearer?
You'll be teasing you. There'll be specific questions.
This is like a proper VAR as well, with the rest having to take a second look.
So it says that Les Ferdinand wore the number 9 shirt from 1995 until 97.
Wow. My brain's missed out then. Wow. Okay.
I thought Cole, to be fair, when I done these questions, I did think that was Andy Cole as well, just because he was so prolific for them as well. So next one I've got here, I've sort of brought this back into a little bit of a more gaming theme one. Can you tell me which Newcastle player appears on the cover art of FIFA 97 on the Mega Drive?
David Ginola.
It is, yeah, well done.
That handsome man.
And yeah, one of the most handsome man in football at that time, anyway, with the locks that he had. He knew it as well, I think. But he was some player as well, to be fair. Okay, so we've got up here. Next one is who scored more goals for Newcastle? Gaza, or now I'll just go call him Tito Asprilla. Fantino Asprilla, I can never say his first name. Who scored more goals?
That's interesting. Ooh, because Tino wasn't there very long. My gut says Gaza because Tino wasn't there very long. But then, I mean, you get 3 in a game. It's not bad, is it? I'm gonna say Gaza.
You're right. Would you like hazard a guess? Do you think how many did score, or how many the pair of them scored? So Gaza was there for 3 years, and I think Asprilla was there for about 2 and a bit.
Yeah, because he missed some time as well, Tino, because he got injured. I'm good. Is there like 10 between them?
There pretty much is, yeah, almost. Yeah, there's a lot. 12.
If I said, I'm going to guess now, I say Tino probably got like mid-20s.
Okay. And Gaza, about 10 more than that, you think?
Well, 12 more than that, yeah.
12 more. So I was actually shocked in this because I thought Asprilla scored way more. So he scored 9 goals. He only scored 9. I thought it was way more than that. And Gaza scored 21 at his time at Newcastle, which is for a midfielder at that time was really good. But yeah, I always thought Asprilla scored more. He did get a hat trick as well, and was it a game? Did he not? That's what made me think he had scored way more than that. So I was quite shocked in that it was only 9 goals. But then there was some cracking goals, to be fair, that he did score. So 2 questions to go. Here we go. The next one is how many times have you won the FA Cup?
Three?
It's double that, 6 times. 6 times you've won the FA Cup.
Is there a cup we've won 3 times?
Well, that when I checked it and I said the FA Cup, it said Newcastle had won the FA Cup 6 times. So again, unless Google or ChatGPT's Jedi mind tricking me again, we might need to call in VAR, Mike, here again.
Yeah, I'll get VAR in a second.
It's just one of those things where maybe it's the pressure of the test, who knows? But you get like in your brain like these numbers, and obviously we haven't won for 70 years apart from the Carabao. So it's like, oh, okay, we won the Intertoto in 2005, but other than that, we've won nothing. So it's like I'm trying to remember 1940. Was there one when we won 3 or 6 times? But no, fair enough.
Yeah, so VAR saying Newcastle have won 4 league titles, 6 FA Cups, 1 League Cup, and an FA Charity Shield, as well as Intercities Fair Cup.
The massive ones.
Yeah. The 9th highest total of trophies won by an English club.
Oh, nice. And here we go then. So my last question, which you'll be happy to know is not quite a quiz one, but it's where do you think Newcastle finish in the league this season?
Do you know what? I was thinking about this the other day because I was chatting to a mate of mine about Man United. But I was like, Man United haven't got Champions League football, so they're going to be all right once a week, or maybe twice if they've got other cups. We're brilliant for about 2 months every season. So we start pretty well. Then by Christmas, we're dying. And then we come back in January, we suck. And then by like February, we really, really push on. But with Champions League, when we had it last time, we really struggled. So I think we're going to finish probably about 6th or 7th. If we get 2 strikers in, at time of recording this, we put another bid in for Strand Larsen, which no doubt will be too low. And then we haven't signed Visser yet, but who knows? If we can get Strand Larsen and or Visser, and we can get, dare I say, either a Cam or another striker in, regardless of Isak, go in or stay in, I think we can finish 5th. But it's just like the squad depth's brilliant now. I think we've actually had a really good window. Otherwise, because the big thing about Isak's obviously overshadowed it. But when you think about it, you bought Thiago in, you bought Murphy in, Elanga in. You hadn't done bad. It's been a pretty good window actually. But Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we've got the legs, especially in midfield, to play that long. Because Willock's always injured. Murphy will get injured. The other Murphy will get injured, and we'll be struggling. So I reckon 5th.
And that's exactly you're right. There's when the problem is when you've got European football there. If you get a bit of a League Cup or a FA Cup and all these like bits of a run as well, that's all these extra games. And then when games start getting missed, maybe due to weather and stuff, they're obviously trying to add games in thick and fast, really, and you've just got no turnaround for the squad. So yeah, I'm just interested to know where you thought you might finish this season.
But please, I'll take
that
it.
was
Because sorry to cut you off, we should be all right. Like, we should be solid because we've got a bit more squad depth this year. But I'm just being realistic because I don't think we can push the league no way. But with Champions League, if we can get out of the group bit, the first bit of the Champions League, I'd take that 100%. But if we can just get a few wins in that and we can get 5th and we can get semis of each cup, then I'll take it.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, that was well done there, Marv. I got that as 6, but I'll give you that 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 there. So good effort, my man.
You did well, much better than me. I would have literally just got Alan Shearer.
You got that question right, though.
I did.
Mike, that's it. So there you go.
Cool. Well, we do have another bit for you, Marv. So obviously your role on your podcast is to champion the gamer. And I thought it'd be good to get to know you a bit more, but also maybe challenge your knowledge as well at the same time. So basically, this is the Gamer's Gauntlet with Marv. And it's 3 rounds. And yeah, we'll just see how we get on. But you do have 3 lifelines. So if you get stuck on one, you can pass it to Dylan. And if he gets it wrong, then you can be my new co-host on Pixel Pals. How's that sound?
You don't want
that. Cool. Well, this first round is it's called Save Point, and it's a quick fire round. It's an either or style warm up. Yeah, so there's 5 this or that. So are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Cool. Right. First one. PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
And any reason?
I said that way too fast.
I think I would have said it just as fast.
I don't know what I've got. Xbox is like my thing. I've got the Xbox now. That's what I play a lot of my newer stuff on if I'm getting newer stuff, just because it's easier. I think the PS5 just looks... I don't need it. But in terms of nostalgia, post 2008, it was all PlayStation for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's true. I've said this before. If I had to get rid of everything and keep one console, it'd be a PS2 because of the library. So I'll go with that.
Sweet. Just out of interest, Dylan, what would you have said?
Well, the same, to be fair. I mean, I didn't have an Xbox until Xbox 360. And then I had an Xbox One, and then I jumped back to PlayStation. But purely, probably just as Marv said, because of the PS2 games library for me, there's just so many games that I played so many hours of that I would probably just gravitate towards that. Although I probably enjoyed the Xbox 360 more than the Xbox One, if I'm perfectly honest. Because again, I thought the 360 library was really, really good, but I still don't think it was a patch on the PS2 one, if I was perfectly honest.
I think I'd look really silly if I said Xbox with all the PS1 games. So, yeah, PlayStation all the way. Right, Marv, LAN party or online multiplayer?
LAN party, 1,000,000%. Just because I didn't have that a lot when I was younger, because I played a lot of couch co-op stuff, obviously, as we did. And then when it comes to the internet, I then jumped to just online multiplayer. And I wish I'd had more chances to do more LAN, because I'd have played more like World of Warcraft stuff or just general Halo stuff, just stuff like that. I'd have played more stuff, I think, rather than just your generic, let's play Call of Duty for an hour. Like, I think I'd have played more stuff that was more character filled.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about you, Dylan? What would you have said?
To be honest, I was probably more like online multiplayer, to be honest. And again, it probably was due to Call of Duty, because there was a few of us that had it, and we all just basically jumped on every night. When you just finish work, get your dinner, and then boom, just go straight into play it. So yeah, I probably would have said that, to be honest. I didn't play a lot of LAN stuff, to be perfectly honest. What about yourself?
Yeah, like LAN party. I don't think I've ever played LAN party. Like, it just couch co-op. I was gonna say Coach Marv then. Couch co-op. So yeah, I think I would love to do LAN party, and I would have loved to have experienced it back in the day, but just because I've never done it, I probably would say online multiplayer. But that's just me. Cool. Right, the next one: story mode or competitive mode?
Story. Easy. No doubt about it. I don't need competitiveness. I don't need online play anymore. I've not played online for the last 5 years. I've not missed it once, frankly. That rut of FIFA, Call of Duty, 2K, the normal every year stuff that I was playing, I didn't need it anymore. It was draining me, it's boring me, and I've played so many more stories since then. Like this year alone, I've completed more games than I have the last 10. Probably.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, just because I'm playing. I put a thing the other day about 10 to 15 hour games. I'd love to have just a library of them. I'm playing the Punisher right now. I'm playing the Max Payne games right now. Like there's a lot of just like Jedi Fallen Order. Like I'm playing those sort of games. I don't need the chatter online of 10-year-old shouting at me. I don't need it. I don't need it.
No, that's a good answer. What about you, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm the same. As much as I did used to love the online stuff, I don't know what it is now. I don't know if it's because I'm getting worse at it. Like my reactions are not what they were, and I think the level of people playing these sort of games now, your Fortnite and FIFA, if you play FIFA, you're only playing FIFA, and they're putting hours and hours into it. Whereas if I'm only playing maybe an hour a night or a couple hours a week, if you're not playing it enough, you're just going to get annihilated. And it's the same with Call of Duty, same sort of aspect. I think Fortnite's a little bit easier, and it's purely just because I think there's a younger generation playing it, as in really quite young. So you do sort of build your confidence a bit of being able to get maybe the odd victory and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I don't have the same love for it, especially even FIFA. I used to love FIFA, but the FIFA rage, it's just not worth it. I prefer now, I think, just sitting chilling, maybe having a bottle of beer and just sitting playing a story game. And then there's obviously the games that you had recommended to me, Mike, that I've just enjoyed. I think as well, I prefer games that are shorter time span. If a game I know is going to take 50 to 70 hours to complete, I don't even look at it now. It's like I started that Cyberpunk, and I literally got about 2.5 hours into it, and I was like, I don't think I've really achieved anything here. This seems like it's going to have at least another 50, 60 hours, and I'm like, I don't think I can see myself playing it that long. And I just ditched it and went to like a wee indie game that I found on PS Plus. So yeah, I seem to gravitate towards that more now. I think you're probably more the same as well, Mike. Eh? Like you say, you never play anything online. It's all, but maybe bigger storyline stuff that you quite like more.
Yeah, so similar to Marv, I've not really played online for about 5 years. I think I've dabbled in is it Fall Guys, but there's no real skill involved. You just got to try and get to the end and survive. So it's just a bit of fun. But apart from that, I've not really played any online, like PlayStation Plus. I've not paid for that for the last like 4 years, I think. And it like coming towards the last year of me paying for it, I'm just like, why am I paying? Like, why is it like, it's like, well, it's gone up now. So it's like, but I think at the time it was like 60, 70 quid. But yeah, and I was just like, I'm not playing online as much, and I just don't enjoy it as much. Like, give me a story any day, and or something with good narrative. Yeah, like I'm all for that. So yeah, I agree with Marv. Yeah, story mode every day. Cool. Next one: retro 8-bit or cutting edge graphics?
8-bit. I just think I'm past the point where I never was there, frankly, of graphics mattering to me, because I would much rather a game be playable and then be accessible and just look great. There's so many games that have tried to look great that have the occasional glitch and it looks horrible. If a game's like Psychonauts or Time Splitters or anything retro, let's say 8-bit, it's got character to it and the game's playable. Especially when I went back on that retro kick when I was like, I want to play games that I've not played before or are a part of history. There's a feel to them. Do you know what I mean? And I think I'd just much rather play those.
Yeah, I don't think they make them like they used to, do they? Because like, they were so simple, and I don't know what it was. Just like some of the artwork as well that they could like achieve in 8-bit. You just like, whoa! And like back then, it was just like cutting edge, weren't it? But yeah, I think I'd agree with you, Marv. Like, in fact, Dylan, I think you were saying quite recently, like, or it might have been another guest about you're not bothered about whether or not you can see water dripping off a leaf. You know, like, why is that important to this game? It's not. Whereas 8-bit is so simple in it, and you know, you don't really need to worry about stuff like that. It's just about enjoying it, innit?
You know what I miss as well, though, is even more so the gameplay and a lot of the 8-bit stuff, but it's just a manual in a box. You know, like when you'd open up the box, and again, it's just a nostalgia thing for me, because I remember sitting eating my Frosties at supper time with a manual from a certain game, and just because it always had a little bit of a story, and then obviously the controls and a bits of other information, and just sitting eating my Frosties, just reading through a manual. And I really miss that. Again, you probably wouldn't do that as much when you do get older, but like my daughter, I'll never have that. She would never sit and open a game and look at even if it came with a manual, she probably would never move it out the little plastic holder that it sits in, because she would just put it straight in and start playing it. Whereas that was one of the first things I did, was have a look through the manual, see what the controls were, read a little bit of the story, and then get ready to play the game. And I miss that.
What about you, Marv? Do you miss manuals?
All the time. It's just that thing. It's that tangible thing can hold as well, isn't it? You know, you got the portion where you coming home with your parents or you're walking home, whatever, and you can read on the way home, and it gets you excited for the game. I mean, the funny story about me with ISS Pro on PS1 at the time, but it was the 90 whatever it was. But basically, I kept getting frustrated because I kept pressing X instead of triangle to move the menu, because I was so used to FIFA and PES. But if I didn't have the manual, I'd never found it out. So things like that matter. It just gives the game more character, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes it more of a collector's piece, doesn't it? Because like these days, like I was sorting out a trade earlier, because I'm still collecting platinum PS1 games, and I traded a couple of my PS Vita games, and I showed the cases like, oh, these any good? See, oh yeah, that's good. And then said, sweet, it's a deal. And then I opened them up. I'm like, there's no manual. Shit, I should have probably mentioned that. But there's like a little wedge where it looks like a manual should slot into it. And then I opened the other one. I'm like, oh, that ain't got a manual either. So that might change the whole deal. So I messaged him. I'm so sorry. You know, I've just realized there's no manuals. And then I started looking through the rest of my PS Vita games, and there's no manuals in them either. I'm just like, wait a minute. So I ended up having to Google, did manuals come with PS Vita games as standard? And it turns out it didn't, because at that point they were all digital. I was like, oh, that sucks. So I messaged them back, said, in fact, and I took a screenshot of this Google statement. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I miss the manuals, like especially like PS1. Like I remember when Tekken 3 came out and they got all these brand new characters, and obviously there's like a segment for each character, their backstories and where they come from and all that. Yeah, I just miss reading through all of that. Yeah, it's a shame in it, really, but got to save paper, I guess.
One of my favourite ones is, if any of you guys have both played The Warriors on PS2,
Oh, yeah.
if you see the manual in that, now if you've seen the movie, obviously it's all the gangs that are in it, and in the manual it's got each of the gangs, and it gives you a bit of a backstory to them and pictures, and it's like a comic in a way. Just sitting having a look at it is brilliant. It's probably, that would be my favourite one out of all manuals I've seen, is definitely The Warriors on PS2. It is actually just like a comic in a way. It's so cool.
Have you got a favourite, Marv, that you can think of?
Yeah, two came to mind straight away because when Dylan said about like the character like backstories, and you said it as well, Mike. Like I remember you could get a thing with Eternal Champions, and you get backstory on all the characters there as well. That give you that. But then the other one's obviously the main one would be GTA. You just get the map, you used to get the radio stations, and that was just class.
Yeah.
You used to go on the wall. You used to be amazing. Anything like that. I mean, I'm thinking about The Witcher as well. You get the bestiary for The Witcher. You go on the menu and you go there. But you used to get books for it. You used to get books that would give you all, an extra, like say, comic, an extra book, extra manual that would give you the bestiary in your hands. I used to love stuff like that.
Bring it back.
I agree.
Right, the last one. Would you prefer to win solo or carry the squad?
Oh, trying to think of scenarios I'd be in. Probably win solo. Just because I don't know, friends. No, just because I don't know. I've never needed that gratification of being in a squad, in a group. I've never needed it, So winning solo would feel more of an accomplishment, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because like when I read this one, I went straight back to my COD days playing online, and you play a team deathmatch, and because it's easier, and you just playing with other players, but getting a win on team deathmatch compared to a free for all, you feel like a proper king, don't you? when you get a win on free for all.
Although you say that, but then I guess it depends on what. Because like I quite liked, what was the one where you used to get the tags? You kill someone and then you have to click the tags to get more points. There's that one, but there's also oh my god, search and destroy.
Yeah.
That's singular, but it's not singular. If you know what I mean, you can play a really big role in it. But there's like 4-man teams, 5-man teams, so it feels really like you've done it on your own. Yeah.
What about you, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm going to go against the grain there and say carry the team. And the only reason is I remember the first times playing Fortnite with my daughter when she first got her Switch, and we used to play duos, so technically a team, but there's only the two of you. And I remember the first victory we got, how like excited she was, and because she was only like maybe 5 at the time, I think. Was she 5 or 6? So she was young, she was quite young. And obviously I was thinking I was a cool dad helping her out because I had never played Fortnite before, but that's what she wanted to play. I think maybe she must be about 6 actually. And the first time we got that duos win was like running through it. And my wife, well, she couldn't care less. She wasn't bothered in the slightest, but like me and Alba were just like over the moon with it. So I would have thought it would have been the solo side, but that for me was that would pip it for me. That.
Yeah, I think because you've got like a nice memory attached to it. I see why you choose that one.
Although now, if I do play duos with her, which isn't very often because I'm not cool enough to play with her anymore because she's got all her pals, she's carrying me. So I'm not the person that's driving the squad anymore. The roles have definitely changed now.
Cool, right. So that was round 1. So round 2 is called Boss Fight Trivia. So it's gaming knowledge with a twist. If Marv gets stuck, he has 3 power-ups, so he can ask Dylan for help. Right, so the first question, there's only 4 questions as well, so the first question is, what year did the first Halo launch? And that's Halo Combat Evolved.
01, right?
Correct, 2001, yeah. Question 2. Which character is on the cover of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time?
Link?
Yeah.
off of that. The way you looked at me, I was like, no.
I like
the character I knew there.
Yeah.
I like chucking an easy one in now and then because it puts people off. Like, it's so obvious, but I could still get it wrong. Yeah, it's Link, yeah. What does NPC stand for?
NPC. A non-playable character.
Correct, yep.
It's these pauses, man. Why are you pausing? Just say I'm wrong.
Suspense, isn't it? Suspense. Right, this last question. Which game has the most active players worldwide right now?
Ooh, okay. I tell you what I should do. Can I use the power-ups together? Just for a bit of fun?
Yeah.
Because are the power-ups active in the round 3?
Let me just double check. Well, the next one, it's you against Dylan.
Okay, no, it's fun. Okay. Because I obviously want to utilize these things if I have them. Because my brain is like, because you've got GTA 5, you've got, because World of Warcraft still banging about. League is still banging about. Just a bit of fun with it. What's the first power up? What can I use Dylan for?
You can, essentially, you can have 4 guesses, I guess. So you could have a guess, and then you can use one of your power ups to have another guess, or you can give one of your power ups to Dylan to have a guess for you.
Okay. Well, I'll guess one then is GTA 5.
That is incorrect.
Okay. Has Dylan got one?
See, you've mentioned a couple of ones there that I would never have thought of. So now I'm thinking my answers are way too obvious with like Warzone and Fortnite. So I'm going to go. You know what I'm going to say? And the only reason I say this, I've never played it, but I've seen loads of people all of a sudden on TikTok playing it, and I see adverts for it. A lot of them on TikTok as well. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Is it like RuneScape or something it's called? Like RuneScape. It's like a bit like
RuneScape.
Is that what it is? All of a sudden I've seen loads of people, and it's on mobile and everything now as well. So I'm going to go a wee bit out there and say that.
It's not RuneScape.
No.
See now there's games like Fortnite's popping up. Oh, gee, there's so many now that's in my brain. Because you said Call of Duty, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot Call of Duty. I mean, boy, is EAFC out yet?
I think it's next month, the new one. It's usually September, isn't it?
Just because I see a lot of people online playing it on TikTok and stuff, playing a football game. I don't know if it's the same one or not. Ooh. I'm gonna, just because it will be set for hours otherwise, I'm gonna say Fortnite and be wrong, but I'll say Fortnite.
And you would be right to be wrong.
Oh!
It's not Fortnite. It's not Fortnite. Sorry, I got you excited. Dylan jumped out of his seat. Yeah, so it's not it's not RuneScape, it's not Fortnite. And what was the first one?
GTA 5.
Yeah, it's not GTA 5.
I've just thought of one, maybe.
Yeah, I have as well, but I'll say what I think mine would have been, but then I'll let you have a guess if you want. My brain went to there's 2 actually. So Marvel Rivals or Roblox.
That was my one, Roblox. That's what I just thought of.
There you go. We'll go with that then. We'll see what that comes out with. We both said Roblox.
And that's wrong as well. To be honest, I nearly said it out loud by accident when I said it's not, and I said it's not my RuneScape.
Oh,
so
it's not Minecraft, is it?
I was going to say, with that clue, do you want to guess what it might be? Yeah, Dylan said it. It's Minecraft. Yeah, still the biggest by active players, though Roblox and Fortnite are close, depending on the metric. But yeah, apparently it's Minecraft.
Wouldn't have thought that at all.
Well done. Yeah, so you got 3 out of 4 there. The last one's a sneaky one. Round 3, and then we might have a bonus round as well. So round 3 is Dylan versus Marv. So Basically, all I'm going to do is describe a game badly, like a meme. And you've got to guess what it is. The first one to shout it out loud gets the point. But if you shout the wrong game out, you lose the point.
Right,
So you've got to
okay.
be careful. You can't just start throwing random game names out. Right, are we ready?
Ready?
Angry square man breaks pots looking for money.
Is that all we get?
That's it, yeah.
Oh, right. I was waiting for more. Okay.
Angry square man breaks pots looking for money.
Mario?
That's incorrect, unfortunately. What about Dylan? Do you want to?
Looking for money. Cannot think of it. Breaks pots. Not angry square man. I can't think at all what that is.
Yeah, so to be honest, I don't think you would have got this one, Dylan, because
Mhm.
we've not played them. Legend of Zelda, this Link like smashing pots.
Oh, I'd never got that.
Nah.
It's a tough
Never.
one, that one. Tough first one, that. The next one, Truck Driver Simulator, but with dragons.
Dragons.
Truck Driver Simulator, but with dragons. I'll give you a clue. It's one that I mentioned earlier in the which one is older quiz. Which game is older quiz? Just think
What did you
dragons.
say?
What games has dragons in it?
Cool.
I'm trying to think of what you
I
said.
was going to say, I can't even think of what you said earlier now.
I'll let you have two guesses.
All my head is thinking is Spyro, and it's not that because you didn't mention that, so it's definitely not that.
Was that a guess, Dylan?
I'll put that as a guess because I've no clue.
With dragons.
Dragons.
Is there dragons in Bloodborne?
I don't know. I've never
That's a
played
no.
Bloodborne.
That's a no then.
This could be so obvious as well. We're going to kick ourselves. No.
You can pass if you want.
It's the simulator bit that's getting me, like Truck Simulator, but with I can't think of anything. But with dragons. Nah, I'm going to have to pass. I don't have a clue. Not a clue.
No, the only one I could really guess would be like a. Overwatch, maybe, because you've got the. I don't know. I'll pass. No idea.
Skyrim.
I've never played.
I've never played it either. So
Where's the truck of
Oblivion?
have you played it, Dylan?
I played Oblivion and then played like the Skyrim, the one that went online, but I only played a little bit of it. But I still wouldn't have got that for that, I don't think.
Yeah, I've got a feeling these are quite tough.
No, I feel like if you've played it, you probably know what it is, though.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you have to let us know in the comments, guys, if any of these are making any sense. The next two I have definitely played, and I can definitely say I get it. Right. So quickest answer wins. Italian plumber commits tax fraud, sort of.
Mario.
Yeah, Dylan just came through first. Super Mario Bros. Yeah. Fan joke about Mario collecting coins endlessly because he's committing tax fraud. Right, the last one. You can pull it back, Marv. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Post-apocalyptic mushroom zombies ruin your day.
Halo?
It's not Halo. You got one more guess though. Post-apocalyptic
Can I go?
mushroom.
Yeah. Okay.
Post-apocalyptic mushroom zombies ruin your day.
Not like The Last of Us, no.
It's The Last of Us, yeah.
Was it? I was thinking like the way the virus thing grew and everything. All that. That's my only guess.
I'll be honest. I'll be completely transparent. I was going to say The Last of Us. I was. I didn't want to jump in with two quick answers.
I wasn't keeping score. I think that was just for fun. So, but yeah, well done, guys. Well done. So, Marv, I've got round 4, and it's the final boss. And this round is called Champion Speech.
God.
So, are you ready? So, Marv has 30 seconds to freestyle an epic speech as if he'd just won the biggest esports championship of all time. And I can put some really fancy background music into it. The thing is, you must thank your team, fans, and throw in a cheesy one-liner, such as, "This one's for every gamer who's ever rage quit but come back stronger."
I've got a quote I really go. So if you've got
Yeah, go.
If you know what the quote is, then it works as cheesy, but I want to throw it in there.
Yeah, ready when you are.
Okay. Okay, so I want to thank everyone for watching me smash this on my solo. My team were around, but they weren't really involved. As we know, I do enjoy winning on my own. As we know, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, and that was a pit fight here because I've worked the hardest and deserve it. And I cannot wait to share this trophy with my loved ones.
Brilliant, well done. Thanks so much, Marv. Nice one. Well, yeah, I think that's it for today. So thanks so much, Marv, for jumping on and for willing to come onto the podcast. You've been an absolute delight. Could you just tell everyone where to find you?
Yeah, well, obviously, first of all, thank you for letting me on because it's we want to be part of it. You guys do tremendous stuff, and it's lush to see you. I mean, you said this is episode 4 already. That's crazy in season 2. So I can't wait to see what you do next. Champion Gamer as a podcast, Spotify, Amazon, all that good stuff. Check it out. We're approaching episode 80 soon, and obviously 100 hopefully. And that's just a case of us having conversations with devs, actors, gamers, streamers, any kind of gamer you can think of. They're able to come on because everyone's a gamer in some fashion. And then it's just Coach Marv Gaming on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube now. And it's the Champion the Gamer podcast on YouTube, but it's still the same thing. Just search for me, you'll find it.
Brilliant. Thanks, Marv. And yeah, any final words from you, Dylan?
Thanks for coming on, Marv. And as I say, keep smashing it with your podcast as well. And looking forward to seeing what you do for episode 100, as I'm sure you'll get there in no time. So yeah, looking forward to that one.
Yeah, well, if you want, I can kind of give you a really quick, what I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Because I say, shout out to Retro Gamer AJ. He came on recently and he gave me the sort of idea. Because I was like, with number 50, if you remember, my wife did one with me. Because I was like, there's so many people I can ask to come on, but what's more special to me? Well, my wife doing it. So I kind of want to do a similar vibe for 100. And Retro Gamer AJ was like, why don't you do we've done roundtables with a couple of guests. Why don't you do a quiz, a panel quiz? Get either the podcasts on, so that yourselves and some of the others, or get pairs of people. So I might try and see if I can get a Christmas quiz going.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That'd be good. That would be good.
Yeah, I don't know how it worked yet, but I mean we've got a couple of months yet. But if I was thinking I might try and chase that. It's quite a good idea, though.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah, separate.
It'd be good if you could time it as well, so it was actually episode 11, maybe even hit Christmas week or something. If the stars aligned, that would be so perfect as well.
Yeah, group people into teams and stuff. Yeah, that'd be really. Yeah, I think that'd be really good, wouldn't it? Just to get everybody together as well. Yeah, brilliant idea.
I've said it. I can't back out now. I've said it. So.
Yeah, can't back out. That's it.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Thanks again, Marv, for coming on. And if you've not checked Marv out before, please do. As he said, he's got a podcast called Champion the Gamer, and check him out on TikTok as well, because he's always posing lots of really interesting questions. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of this episode. So I guess until next time, take care, stay safe, and stay awesome. Ta-ra.